Okay, so reflection is the bouncing of light rays and reflecting back, is basically what it says on the tin. Refraction is a change in direction of a light ray. So reflecting is a ray of light from reflecting a ray of light from a mirror changes the direction of the ray of light because it comes back on itself. There's another way to change the direction of light. So when light travels from one medium into another, it's refracted. So the medium means whatever it's traveling through. So it could be water, it could be the air, it could be glass, it could be plastic. Okay, so whatever the medium is, the thing that it's traveling through. You did about the medium when you talked about sound traveling through medium. So that's what a medium is. Put it on silent. So when light travels from one medium into another, it is refracted. That means it changes direction slightly. The effect of refraction is to change the direction of a ray of light traveling from one medium to another. So if it goes like if you shine light through air into a piece of glass, a glass block, what happens is when it hits the glass block, it refracts, so it changes direction slightly. Okay, so you might have already known a little bit about this when you talked about rainbows, and you might have seen that because white light refracts and it bends slightly, each colour bends slightly different to another colour. So you end up with this rainbow, you end up with the lights getting separated out. Okay, so that is refraction, it's the bending of light when it goes from one medium to another. And just a reminder that the normal is a line drawn perpendicular to the boundary between the media. So if you're shining it into a surface, it's 90 degrees to the surface. And angles are always measured from the normal to the ray of light. Right, so you're going to do another experiment, and I've already said I do apologise that my blinds have disappeared. Hopefully they're coming back tonight. I've been promised that they're coming back for tomorrow. So you will be doing this, I'm afraid, in the light. You might want to sort of shade it a little bit to make it see it a bit better. You should still be able to see it, but it won't quite be as good. So we're doing an experiment called investigating refraction. So you're going to be using your ray boxes again. So remember, the ray boxes are the black ones, and take them out and put them into your power pack. Okay, and your slits go in the opposite end to the wings at the back. Okay, so that goes in front. You'll be using both the single slit and the three slits in these experiments, so you will need to change it midway through. So you're going to set your ray box up as you now know how to do, and you're going to be looking at various different shapes. So you can see in your notes, you'll see which shape you're going to be using. What I would like you to do is, I've put scrap paper at the front desk here. I'd rather you just sketch it on some scrap paper, and then when we go through it afterwards, we'll do it neatly and you can draw it into your notes neatly. But I'd prefer that you draw what you see on some scrap paper first of all, just in case. Okay. So you're going to look at a rectangular block. Feel free to have a go at filling in the gaps, but we will fill them in later as well. And then a prism, a triangular block, a thin converging lens, and a thick converging lens. So basically that means thin and fat, sort of teardrop shapes. And again, if you want to fill in the gaps, feel free, but you don't have to. And then you have only got one diverging lens, so one lens that's shaped like that. So don't worry if you can't find the other one, it's not in your kit. So you should only have one diverging lens, looks like that. Okay. So you see that some of these have the 3 rays and some of them have 1 ray. Okay, so just follow what the instructions on your desk. So what you're going to do is, let me get my camera up. First thing you do is you look at your notes and you have a look at how it's pointed in. So I'm going to start with a rectangular block. I'm shining it in at an angle to the long surface. Okay, so you want it to be hitting the long surface. So if we look at this, so at an angle to the long surface. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to draw around your block. Yeah, I'm sure you can hear it a bit easier than me. And draw in the normal, which is at 90 degrees, to the surface, remember. And then just sketch in the light there. And as it comes out again as well. At the end. And you can't really see it, it's not, yeah, it depends on the light. You can see in the middle, you should be able to see this sort of a line of light that joins it up. So what you end up doing, what you can do is join it up with a ruler afterwards. That's not very straight at all. And you should see that you get a bending of light. It goes in a different direction to what it was originally travelling in. Okay. So that's what I want you to do for each one. I want you to draw around the shape, sketch what's happening with the light inside of it and outside of it, and then move on to the next shape. And fill in the gaps if you can while you're doing it. Okay, so just following the instructions in the booklet, really. Once you, as I said, unfortunately it's not very dark today. Once you've done that, we will go through it and we will fill in the notes neatly. Okay, a couple of minutes to set your array box up, then I'll turn the lights out.